pregnancy, postpartum. They recommend.
Thanks for listening, y'all. This is DVJ and Michelle. This is a Cold World podcast. Shout out everyone that's listening. I see Pennsylvania jumped on board. Shout y'all out. Appreciate it. So to begin the episode, got about 2 minutes worth of music and then about a minute video clip. And then we'll get into the episode. Once again, thanks for listening. This is DVJ and Michelle, and this is a Cold World podcast from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So Mason, what up, nigga? Otherwise, it's lock shit right here. Don, let the fucking monkeys out. Hey, yo, this ain't drill music, this boom bap. And I ain't hating, but this is real rap. Lyrical drive-bys, whack rappers get killed at. Facts. The God is Zeus level with it. Kingdoms fall, all that sucker shit, I never did it. Nah. I got rid of the old me. You see my nigga selling juice, he got rid of the old P. This Kiss Cafe with the 9 and the cachet. But everything legal, my niggas, so let's play. The old head got his life in order. Millions of dollars and it started with a tape recorder. Don't block them, let them haters see you. Good and bad, then ask them, do they want to be you? I don't follow the trends. I might go to the club, but kinda depends. I just get the bag and tell bitches follow the bend. Come here, baby. I protect hip-hop at whatever cost. But I'm just saying, is it me or is the love lost? I'm about to rock some black Air Force and smack a bitch nigga. But not chill, I'm a rich nigga. Never there for you whenever you need them. So only for my family, I'ma risk my freedom. If I don't feel it up, fuck it, that's how I treat them. I got all these wolves with me, I'ma let them eat them. These niggas never there for you whenever you need them. So only for my family, I'ma risk my freedom. If I don't feel it up, fuck it, that's how I treat them. I got all these wolves with me, I'ma let them eat them. Lies.
Still howl at the moon like a wolf do. This the new P, the one they not used to. I'm a cool G that rap and got a juice crew. Used to terrorize the city, holding a deuce. Oops, I mean a deuce nickel. Never risk your freedom for niggas that's too fickle. Third up on my lonely, they asking me who's with nobody. Cause I seen killers turn into rats, niggas turn into bitches, I'm simply giving you facts. It's love and it's hate, and then it's a thin line. It's saints and it's sinners and niggas with big nines. No longer ask, can I live? I simply just get mine. Niggas swear they there for you. Say it's all love, they don't even care for you. I'ma take a shot, put it in the air for you. Cause life is a bitch that was never fair.
These niggas never there for you whenever you need them. So only for my family, I'ma risk my freedom. If I don't feel it up, fuck it, that's how I treat them. I got all these wolves with me, I'ma let them eat them.
I thought niggas supposed to be happy to see you make it. My main motivational tool became the hatred. Maybe I'm just way too cool for all the fake shit. Broke bread with niggas I never should've ate with. Yeah, that's what the town to do. Type of money I'm getting, hold your counting accountable. Never get.
That's that Trinity talk. That's that new Chic Luch, that Gorilla Ween 6. He always drops a new album on Halloween time.
Take heed, entitlement and greed. Nigga, I own shit, I got the title and the deed. Nigga. Listen more and say less. Clothes is designer, but the bars is Payless. They don't care though. Niggas is weirdos. That's why whenever you need them, they never there.
These niggas never there for you whenever you need them.
Who thought he might be on a coast pattern to winning was in a real fight. By many assessments, he was frightened by this. She's a woman of color, she's a prosecutor, she's all sorts of things that he normally doesn't have to answer to. And suddenly she was rising in the polls, and he's in a fight for his political life. And in so many ways, if you know about it, obviously, if he were to lose this, all of the cases against him, his business empire, his personal wealth, and his image of a winner goes out the window if he loses again this time after losing the last time. So really, that's why I say this all started back then when he was in that debate, and then the next debate when she mopped the floor with him.
What about Harris? How has she adjusted to all of this after being thrust into the race?
It's important to remember that both of them, in fairness, are in a very weird space. He was one of the oldest candidates ever running for office. Now he's the old one in this race. That happened suddenly. She was on the sideline where vice presidents always are, and suddenly she had to mount an entire presidential campaign with just a few months left to go. That's a difficult thing to do. Yes, they very seamlessly took the Biden organization and stepped into it, and that gave them a framework to run with. But she had to define herself to the whole nation. That's hard for vice presidents because they're always in the shadow of a president. And it's also hard because when he finally grabbed onto this fear message, which you heard last night, that started defining her. That's what's made the numbers draw together so that we don't really know at this moment who's going to win.
Well, why? Who do you think is the first person to ever say the N-word?
Well, that's just it. It was disrespectful. I don't want to show disrespect for anybody. I mean, that would be political suicide.
Yeah, but don't you think it was a long time ago? Well, the N-word is still saying it, right? We're just using words. Now we're saying the N-word. What's the difference?
Well, you can't say anything anymore. I mean, I learned just last week you can't talk about Orientals unless you're talking about rugs. I mean, you can call me a wasp. That doesn't bother me. You can call me a cracker.
Yeah, I mean, I could call you cracker. That would make me feel good.
It's Monday, y'all. Thanks for listening. We got 8 days to go until the election. You know what I'm saying? Make a plan to get out there and vote. Get somebody else to go vote. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris and Tim Walz 2024, y'all. Come on, y'all. Trump is out of control. He is tripping. He's a racist clown. We cannot let him be president again, y'all. Come on. We gotta make sure he doesn't win. Peace and blessings, y'all. It's Monday. It's October 28th. 8 days to the election. 8 days to the election. Yeah. Trump is just straight up out there with it, just the straight up brutal ass racism now. Yeah. So, y'all know what to do. Call Puerto Rico a floating piece of garbage or whatever the fuck he said. So, yeah. Y'all don't remember he wanted to sell Puerto Rico. He either attempted to or talked about it or something. Something like that. Like, you know, when he was president, I think. Yeah, because I remember ALC bringing it up. And I remember Ana Navarro talking about it, too. I'll do a little research on that, yeah, but I believe he, either wanted to. I don't know if he was joking or if he was serious or just being disrespectful or whatever, but yeah. Yeah. Remember him talking about that. He was throwing paper towel to y'all, to the Puerto Ricans and stuff, tossing it to them like he was, they were playing basketball or something. Yeah.
Like, if you, that's just what's so frustrating about dealing with these black and Latin Trump supporters. You heard that man up there. Just, if you're not white, he don't want to have nothing to do with you. He's always talking about migrants and immigrants and all that stuff and how they're ruining our country. What about all the white immigrants or migrants that are from Czechoslovakia or Scandinavia or from Ukraine? Sorry, Ukrainians don't like people saying the Ukraine. You got to say it's just Ukraine. Or people from the Netherlands or whoever. There's a lot of fair-skinned, I'd say white-skinned or pink-skinned or whatever, immigrants go way up north in Wisconsin. I'm saying way up there by like the Dells and all those, Lake Geneva, all these kind of places way up, and they'll be having the white migrants out there. They'll be coming from wherever. There's a lot of migration coming through Canada too into the U.S. Don't ever hear nothing about that. That's what I'm saying. They don't like the black and brown migrants. So that's what I say, and I will continue to say. This race is about race. This race is about race. Unfortunately, because you have Trump using that, using racism and all that stuff. He's trying to use it to his advantage because he knows damn near half his base, damn near half the base of his voters, they're white and they're racist. And people can't tell me otherwise. Because if they weren't, he wouldn't have all this damn support. And that's the other thing. If you're somebody, if you're a Trump supporter and you're one of those Trump supporters that would say, well, I'm not for all the rhetoric, and I don't really care for the racial stuff he talks about and all the sexist stuff and degrading women and immigrants and all like right, they'll tell you that, but they're going to still vote for him. They'll tell you they're going to hold their nose and vote for him. And like I keep saying, that's because that's their teammate. They see white skin. That's like old granddad. He's just being, he doesn't mean any harm. He's just talking shit. He's just trying to win. He's getting a little long in the tooth. Yeah, but 8 days, y'all. 8 days to go. And I'm going to just say this. As far as like my people go, like Latin people and black people, like obviously like I'm not going to be able to know who everyone voted for and all that stuff. Oh, excuse me. But if I get wind of, or I like know that you supported Trump and you're black and or Latin or Asian or a person of color, and I know that you voted for Trump, whether you told me or I find out or it's just whatever, we don't have nothing to talk about. We have nothing to talk about. No conversation, you can't even say hi to me. Because anyone black or brown right now, you're just saying fuck me in my life by supporting Trump. When you support Trump, you're saying F me. Indirectly, you are. I don't care how you look at it. That's what you're saying to me. Because the majority of us want Kamala. So you have about maybe 13 to 14% of black and brown or black people that are supporting Trump. And you guys think you want to have a conversation after this election's over? Yeah. I don't even consider people like that. Like your conversation is just straight up just illegitimate. You can't even, we can't have a conversation about anything, nothing. We have nothing in common. You're on the equivalent level of a white racist person. Because man, that's crazy. You got black people out here going against their own race, and they're sticking up for that white man. Who's racist? That's the other part of this. That's the killing part about this, is because people want to be like, I'm talking about just whoever you are, whatever color you are, like, people want to be like, I'm voting for this, I'm voting for that, I'm voting for this, I'm voting for that. Well, okay, well, that would be understandable. Or even, like, it would even, because there's always been black Republicans. There's always been black Republicans. No matter how little amount, how big amount, there's always been black Republicans. And then even though us as Democrats, we don't like that much, but we're just like, oh, okay. They just see things different, but, it's whatever. You just you don't really understand it. You're like, you wish that we could all be and vote the same way, but you're like, oh, okay, whatever. It is what it is. And you just kind of let it go. It's not the end of the world, right? But the difference here is you clearly have a candidate that is being racist and that is being sexist and that is a convicted felon. Like, dude's got all this stuff on. A career scam artist, con man, racist. I mean, if you don't think dude's racist after last night, I don't know when you're going to figure it out. So, for people that still support him, that shows and tells me that you don't care about the stuff. It's not important to you. You don't care that he calls somebody the N-word, and then you don't care because you're still supporting him. And that's my thing. It's different. What makes this so different is because the candidate is clearly a racist, clearly a sexist, clearly a con man, clearly a thief, clearly has never worked. He's probably never had dirt under his fingernails. He's never had a hard day's work. He's probably never had a callus on his finger. How many times do you think you can probably count on? You probably wouldn't even need all your fingers on one hand to count the amount of times Donald Trump's been to a gas station, a grocery store, anything like that. He's always had people fetching and getting whatever he needs and doing whatever he needs for him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him and his daddy. You know what I'm saying? His dad should have raised him better. Maybe he could have raised a more well-rounded child. We wouldn't have him to be dealing with all this bullshit. So I blame a lot of it on his father, because ripple effect is real. Yeah. But anyway, it's like, I'm done, like, trying to just like, hey, go support Kamala, go support Kamala. At this point, people are doing what they're doing. And like I said, my main thing is just make sure you can live whatever choice you make. Because that shit's crazy. Because I don't know what people think. Like, ain't nobody, like Donald Trump ain't giving out stimulus checks. He's not going to be, watch, he's going to be, yeah, dude's about to be. Yeah, this is crazy. Because when you see all this stuff start happening, dude's serious about that mass deportation. He's serious about it. Last time, when he was running on it, like, he was serious, but he was just talking shit. Like, he was throwing stuff out there just to see if it would, because he was back then, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to divide the country. I'm going to just start saying this racial shit. But I think in his mind, he knew, like, oh, I'm not going to be able to mass deport all these people. You know what I mean? I don't think he really in his mind thought that he would be able to do it. He wanted to do it. He always wanted to do it because he's racist. But now, I feel like he believes that he can actually get it done because he has the support. He has all his other racist people supporting that. And that's what sucks. Because when he's spewing that build the wall, and he's saying all this master, and people are clapping and chanting, that makes his bitch ass, that makes him in his mind, he's saying, oh, okay, they want this. And that's what's so hurtful when you see other black and brown people cheering when that punk says build the wall. You got some of our people cheering for that shit. And then you want to have a conversation with me? I'm just saying in general. I don't want to hear that, oh, well, I should be able to vote for who I want to. Fuck all that. Not this time, you can't. I'd rather, if you're black or brown or Asian or whatever, I'd rather you stay at home than vote for him. Straight up. Because people are like, oh, well, if people stay home, like, that's a vote for him. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line is, I hope Kamala wins. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not feeling quite as confident, and I'm trying to stay away from these polls this final week, because that'll be having my emotions going up and down. You know, but I'm just feeling a little skeptical. And the reason I say that is because we've had 45 white presidents out of 46. And then the last time that we had a real shot at a woman president winning, we dropped the ball on that. And that was a white woman who was super duper qualified for the job. And she was running up against a nobody, a TV personality. That proved to me right there, like, how overall this country doesn't want a woman president. It's almost going to have to be like 2 women president. It would almost have, for that to happen, I feel like it would almost have to be a scenario where it was all women candidates running. It's like, as long as there's a fucking man around, you know what I'm saying? They're going to take the lead. Yeah, that's gotta, yeah, that's crazy. Women do get disrespected and treated like shit a decent amount of the time. That is crazy when you think about some of the stuff that they got to go through. That's why it's so hard. And no matter what, at the end of the day, you got to respect what Kamala's doing. Here you got this black and brown lady up here that half the country don't want. She's being treated to and talked to disrespectfully, treated like shit, having her heritage and her culture and her all that shit questioned, who she is and how black she is by other black people. And then you got white racist people basically calling her the N-word. Trump wants to call her the N-word so bad, you can just see it. This punk ass dude. But I'm hoping, dude, like, I'm just hoping he goes to prison. I'm hoping he loses, and I'm hoping he goes to prison. So, I'm going to get back to my coffee. It's Monday morning, y'all. I think we're supposed to meet up with my mom for, like, some coffee or whatever. So, let's see, check in on that. Yeah, but it is, you can feel the tension. You can feel it in the air. I might get this LOX song. I might play that one for the music today. I know I'm kind of rambling, but, like, I'm just getting anxious and a little antsy for this presidential stuff. And I know, too, like, it's going to be a day or two for the election results to come in. You know, it's just going to be crazy. So just pack your patience, I guess. And I'm just going to say, go Kamala Harris. We support you. We're behind you. Shout out Wisconsin, y'all. Let's go and get this done. Let's go vote and support for Kamala Harris. Okay? Let's just go on and get this done and get a peace of mind back. And let's turn this state blue. So go out and support Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz. And let's get our state and our country back to some normalcy. Okay? All right, y'all. Peace and enjoy the clips, the episode, and all that stuff. And I hope you enjoyed your NFL weekend, week 8. Yeah. And we're coming up here on the second week of NBA basketball. Michelle and I ended up losing our matchups. Man, on the last day of the week, for week 1. So try to see if we can get a win this week. All right, y'all. Oh, but on Survivor pool for the NFL, we're still alive. We picked Detroit yesterday, so they won. But some other people got knocked out of the pool, so we're liking that. Yeah. All right, y'all. Back to the episode, and peace.
What up, nigga? It's lock shit right here.
New LOX. This is off that Sheep Loose Gorilla Wing 6.
It's lock shit right here. Don, let the fucking monkeys out. Hey, yo, this ain't drill music, this boom bap. And I hate it, but this is real rap. Lyrical drive-bys, whack rappers get killed at facts. The God is so never with it. Kingdoms fall, all that sucker shit I never did. I got rid of the old me. You see my nigga selling juice, he got rid of the OP. This Kiss Cafe with the 9 of the cachet. But anything legal, my niggas, so let's play. The old head got his life in order. Millions of dollars and it started with a tape recorder.
I don't care what kind of college you went to. I don't care if you are like that President Obama, that black person that other white people allowed to be where he is, my brothers and sisters. They allowed him to be that. And even though I'm barefoot and I don't fly around in airplanes, I'm still better than he is. Why? Because I'm a white man, that's why.
First they had the Mexican with Brad Pitt, and now they've got The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. Well, I've written the film. Maybe they'll produce my film. The Last on Earth, starring Tom Hanks. How about that?
Buonasera, Microdamos. Io sono italiana e tutti ti mandiamo un bacione enorme, tutti gli italiani. Ma volevo sapere cosa succederà a Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell shall have a sex change. She will become a man and marry Liza Minnelli's husband and beat him. Next.
Hi, Microdamus. What will happen to Star Jones on The View?
Star Jones, I'm getting something. Star Jones will have 2 jobs. First, she'll do The View. Then she'll take her wig off and do the weather.
Thank you, Microdamus.
In the movies, is the black guy the first guy killed?
That happy that's in that movie where he heals all white people. The big black runaway. He was throughout the whole movie. He only got killed at the end, which I hated. I hated that movie because I hated him and I hated everybody that wrote that movie. Black people are always worried about liking barbershop. Everybody worried about what they say in white films. White films go all over the world. Because I remember The Godfather, and I won't forget when they had the drug scene and they said, well, we don't do that. Sell it to the They should have had something to say about that.
Excuse me, this is what I was saying the other day. You know what I mean? Like how, because in true reality, white people vote the most in this country. Just all states, just in totality. Whether it's men, women, whatever, right? So that's why I was saying, like, because there's a big chunk of black and brown population that cannot vote. Like I was telling y'all, I ain't gonna get all into it again, but like probation and parole, if you're here on a work visa, you can't vote. If you're, sitting in a county jail, I mean, you can vote if you haven't been convicted of a crime, but a lot of times they don't even end up getting a vote because no one communicates that to them. No one puts in the effort to help them. no one asks if people want to be registered to vote, or if they do you want to vote, or none of that shit. And some people don't ask. So, you know, but just think about that. You know what I mean? So in reality, white people vote the most. And then they're always saying how, you know, where's the black vote? You know, we get blamed for, like, when a candidate doesn't win or whatever sometimes. But in reality, it's like white people kind of end up deciding what happened just because you guys vote the most. You guys are literally choosing the candidate. You know what I mean? Like, even when Barack won, a lot of black people voted for Barack, of course, obviously. But if white people wouldn't have been willing to vote for him, he wouldn't have won. Because if every black person came out to vote and every white person came out to vote, Obama would have lost. So we needed that white support. So that's what I'm saying. They're the ones that, in true reality, decide. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the man, the woman, whatever. Just they decide. And that's why, it's pretty bold of Kamala too. Like, us as black and brown people, we gotta totally respect that. Because I know I've never heard a candidate that's run for president ever get up there and say specifically what they're going to do for black people. She's literally laid out a plan for us. I mean, other people are going to benefit from it, but, and like that, it's still, for some of us, the small portion of about 13% black people, you know, aren't feeling that, but 87% of us are. We are supporting Kamala. And so, in reality, the 13%, you guys are holding us back. You guys are throwing a monkey wrench into our lives. Because if Trump wins, all that shit that he wants to do is going to come, that hammer is going to come down on us. That's crazy. And like Latin people that are voting for Trump, you guys are literally okaying your mass deportation. You're literally signing up for it. You're literally being like, okay, you can deport me. Where do I sign? Like, when you vote, think of it that way. When you vote for him, that's you're literally signing the check, the box. You're checking it, saying you're okay with him making you get the hell out the country. That's what you're doing. No matter how you want to look at it, that is what you are doing. That's crazy as hell. That's so crazy as hell. That's why I say, when people come over, like, people get so Americanized in that American culture. Rock and roll, baseball, Summerfest, drinking, you know, just all of that stuff. Harley Davidson, motorcycles, baseball games, fishing, hiking, Ford 150 truck, guns. Like, you know, yeah, but I'm not even going to play that clip from that dude that got up on that, at that Trump rally, that got up there and was disrespecting Puerto Rico. I'm not even going to play that. I'm not even going to, that shit was so disrespectful. Because this is going to make me super mad. Because, and what's crazy is the person, like, dude has people, there's literally, like, there's people that come on CNN that are Latin, like Latin women and Latin men. Dude, Trump's campaign manager is Latin. And he's not offended by that shit. Because here's the thing, even though Trump didn't say it out his mouth, like those exact what the dude said about Puerto Rico, about the island, Trump has said all kinds of shit about Puerto Rico before. But even though Trump didn't specifically say that, he got on stage afterwards and talked and basically backed it up. He didn't refute it and say, hey, I don't feel that way about Puerto Rico. Like, you know what I mean? He should be walking that back, not his campaign. Trump should be walking that back. Yeah, Trump's a racist. That's what I was saying. Like, black people that vote for dude and brown people that vote for Trump, I'm just putting it out there now. Like, if he ends up winning, don't ever have any kind of conversation about anything black or brown. Nothing. You don't have a foot to stand on because you're supporting a racist. So like we can't even talk about no black issues. Nothing. If I end up having a conversation, just if it's just random, just like out the blue, just conversation strikes, whatever, how it ever ends up, and I find they're a Trump supporter, I'm going to just walk away or just leave the conversation and say, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't going to be all like super shitty, but I'm literally going to just stop the conversation, just walk away. Be like, oh, you voted for Trump? They're going to be like, yep. I'm going to be like, oh, I'm out of here. I don't even really want to talk to you. They're going to be standing there like, what? They're like, hell yeah, man. Because you said fuck me when you voted for him. So why would I sit here and conversate with you like everything's cool? Morning. Michelle just got up. I think she's talking to her son on the phone. Dude's stomach could be bothering him, and then he'll like call her and stuff. Because like she bought like, shout out Pharmacy for Life. She bought this new, it's called, I'm glad that must have meant to be, because I meant to shout that out. As a matter of fact, y'all can hear the pills right now. It's called Gut Instincts. It's from Pharmacy for Life. This is Styles P product. Yeah, y'all think he's just rapping and all that? Yeah, dude's selling fruits and veggies and supplements. Yeah, we've been taking these for a few years now, but this is some new stuff. Yeah, it's called Gut Instincts. You hear it? Yeah, and they have like a little peppermint taste to them, kind of. Yeah, but they're supposed to help with like diarrhea, bloating, gas, acid, like all the stomach stuff that you deal with. It's supposed to control that, but you got to take them every day. Yeah, shout out y'all, go check that out. Shout out Pharmacy for Life. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take mine right now. Make some waffles. Got the little waffle iron we bought, Cuisinart or whatever that is. Waffle House. Seeing what I like to do too is heat a little oil up and then put it in the batter. I remember my mom used to do that. Like when she would make pancake batter, she'd have the oil like on the pan, letting it like heat up a little bit, and then she would put the heated oil in the batter and then stir it up. Yeah, Michelle's on the phone with her son. He just started a new job, you know what I mean? So I guess he's like kind of anxious or whatever. Don't want to mess up. So dealing with that. So yeah, I'm making these little waffles. Still ain't messing with eggs. There was an egg recall. I know that might sound like, dang, crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna just wait for a little while. You need what in your body, baby?
I need some cafe.
You ain't got coffee yet?
No.
Wow. Oh, well, you're on the phone right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's Joe doing? Stomach?
He forgot
anxious?
to take his medication.
He'll be getting anxious.
He was drywalling for 2 days with a friend and forgot to take his pills. So it makes you feel sick.
Jittery?
Anxious, but like you almost go through withdrawal.
Oh, gotcha.
From the medication.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like panicky, and I'm like, it's literally just from the pills. Just
it'll pass. Right.
Well, I'm glad he's taking it.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped calling him every night to remind him. Because I'm like, that's got to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was like,
I think he decided it's probably better that he...
I said, I can go back to calling it. Like, I was calling just to talk anyway.
Just to make sure he was all good and stuff?
But if you want me to call and remind you, I can certainly do that. Yeah. But yeah.
Motherly duties.
Yeah.
Speaking of pills, I took my
Yeah, I got
the
my
Gut Buster. What's it called again?
Gut Instinct.
The Gut Instincts. Yep. Shout out Pharmacy for Life. I think that's about the third time, but
And I
that's a
wanna
new
say
product.
It's a newer product, and
Hey, baby, what were the other ones that we take? I know we're taking other sour sop and other stuff, but I'm saying the Pharmacy for Life. We were doing sour sop,
flaxseed oil, and bladder whack.
there was another one too. Was it the sour sop? Because we got the oil of oregano, sour sop, the bladder whack, and then there was another one that we were doing. Well, I won't take forever remembering, but I don't want to bore people that are listening. But it was sour sop. We take the oil of oregano, drip. We put them in our. It's like a little what is that thing called? Where you drip.
Oh yeah, sea moss.
Yeah, sea moss. Thank you, baby. Irish sea moss.
And then I bought this stuff that has all of that in one.
You see, we sound excited about these supplements. We take ours.
And the ashwagandha, however you pronounce that. That is for like depression and.
Really? So you get all this stuff in one. It says ashwagandha and burdock roots.
Yep.
Extra strength. Yeah, but we take our supplement. Yeah, that's what it was. Irish sea moss.
And Irish sea moss is good for like literally everything. Inflammation.
Digestion. Yeah. Waffles turned out pretty good too. Yep. That waffle maker is the shit.
I think I laid in bed so long my head hurt or my back hurts.
We did lay. Baby, I was telling everyone that was listening. What time did we go to bed last night?
7:30.
Thank you. We were in bed at 7:30.
I go to sleep about 8.
Cause you laid there for maybe a little bit, but you fell asleep pretty much.
Yeah, I turned on something.
We had on crime shows when I woke up.
Yeah, I have put on First 48.
Yep, First 48. Is that one? Do they still make episodes, or are those all reruns? First 48.
No, I think it said 2023. So. But yeah, I put that on because I'm like, oh, that's relaxing.
I slept good too.
I did too. I woke up at 1 o'clock and had some Oreo muffins.
Them Oreo muffins are good, ain't they?
And then an ice cold cup of water.
Cold water after some chocolate is better than milk.
Agreed.
That cold water hits after you ate some chocolate. It hits. I don't know what it is.
And
y'all hear Michelle logging in? She's at the laptop.
yeah. And then I woke up with a stomach ache. So.
Shout out Bailey Coleman. Shout out Homer Blow. They're on the Truth this morning. Y'all check out 101.7 The Truth. Check out Sherwin Hughes. Who else do you think is worth like saying for people to listen to if they're interested? Out the 101.7 lineup. Sherwin definitely.
I like Noni.
Noni and Ben. Yep. Okay, so Noni Juice and Ben Jammin from noon to 1 every day. And then they got a YouTube though.
On Thursdays at 6.
Yep, thanks baby. Yep, on Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. And then Sherwin Hughes from 9 to noon every day, Monday through Friday. And those two. I mean, DT and Telly are cool, but I don't know. Maybe there's not a but. DT and Telly is okay too. The morning show on 101.7 Truth, but we don't mess with that Tory Lowe show. And I ain't even gonna sit here and talk all shit about him or nothing, but we just don't fuck with dude's show. And he's black, too, you know what I mean? You would think, like, we'd be tuned in to every show, but he's just talking that Republican talk. He had Ron Johnson on there, I guess, on his show the other day. I didn't even listen to it, but I just heard, like, I heard it was a shit show. He just came in there and just talked all his Republican bullshit talking points, and they didn't challenge him or question him on nothing or anything. So people are upset about that. Like,
and like he seemed really excited that he was on an Eric Humpty commercial.
He did. That Tory Lowe, he did sound excited. He did. Because at first I was wondering, like, I wonder if he's kind of.
I thought he was mad about it.
But then
But then he was just like, you know, we're nationwide.
For sure, right.
And the commercial's not nationwide. Just so
Thank you.
Like the election is...
Exactly. Oh, what do you got coming on the docket for the podcast or something? You were talking about coming up soon? You were telling me about it last night. You had sent me something. And you told me not to mess with it yet. This is in the works, y'all.
The guy on Twitter that calls himself the Black Insurrectionist, it turns out he's really white. And there's an article, like, there's more to the story than just his tweeting. So I want to read it and see what it's about.
Got it.
If it's newsworthy, we'll talk about it. If not, no.
Okay, so be looking out for that in the next couple of days. That sounds interesting as fuck. That sounds like some, the Dave Chappelle skit?
Yeah, so, like, I just want to see if it's, like, actually... You know, because you just read the headline and then you're like, oh, okay, but then it ends up not
being. And that goes into, like you were saying, what we were saying, just clicking on the thing and making sure it's at least a real, even though it's how, because some of the stories are so crazy nowadays, and they'll be real as hell, but when you click on them, you're like, this ain't no real story. And then, because what I'll do is go to see if there's a news report on it after, and then if there is, then I know it's. Because if the news people are talking about it, at least you know it's real, at least, no matter how crazy or whatever the story is.
Yeah, sometimes the article is totally not what the other thing is.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Oh, and listen, Tuesday, October 29th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., they have, this thing is called The Truth on Politics on 101.7 The Truth. I'm shouting them out today. I'm showing them some love today. So they have a thing, it's like a round table where they talk about politics. So they're going to have 4 of the hosts, you know, from different shows on the station, and they're going to talk about the race and politics and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in something like that, that's going to be Tuesday, October 29th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can check that out. They'll be on YouTube. You know, there's a YouTube page, 101.7 The Truth, or you can just download their app, or just listen on your FM radio if you're in Wisconsin. All right, peace, y'all. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Thanks for listening to the music, the clips. And if you're somebody Puerto Rican or Latin in general, if you ain't offended by last night, what that dude got up there and said.
Well, then he said he was hanging with black people all weekend, and they carved up some watermelon.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that bitch. Oh, man, I didn't even know that. I didn't even hear about that one. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was in the same comment.
It what?
It was in the same part as about the Puerto Ricans. So, like, if you're black and you were in the crowd, like, that's funny if a black person says that, right? Like,
if you're on some comedy stuff, you know, like some Paul Mooney type stuff, because we can laugh. It's humorous, it's funny, and I say that all the time. I laugh when Paul Mooney says jokes about Mexican people. It's stand up. I laugh at it. But when this shit,
because it's not, he's not trying to be.
This dude is being fucking serious.
Yeah.
Eating watermelon.
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch that clip. I'm gonna be pissed off. That's why I didn't put it on this episode.
I don't want to misquote, but it was something like that.
Because I had the clip. I had bookmarked the clip of the Puerto Rican comment, but I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put that on the episode. I'm not playing that. That shit had me so upset. I don't even want to even hear it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trump's just calling all the racists out. He's throwing the red meat out to anyone that wants to hear it. And he's just like, it's like a jump ball. If he wins, he wins. If not, fuck it.
And just so you know, all the speakers and speeches were vetted by Trump.
Thanks, baby. Thanks for that, because Trump is okaying all this shit. I'm glad you said that too, because I had said earlier, even though Trump didn't specifically say the Puerto Rican comment last night, and he said other shit about Puerto Rico in the past, throwing paper towels. He wanted to sell Puerto Rico. But even though he didn't say it last night, like you just said, he vetted and approved all the speeches and things, because he came up after that person. And he could have refuted it right there. But he didn't. He kept talking the racist rhetoric.
And Bad Bunny is now endorsing Kamala Harris.
Good.
Puerto Rican rapper, or singer rapper.
Yeah, we don't really know who that. We've heard of him. We know he's popular, but we don't.
I only know because he was dating.
Oh, he was dating
Jenner.
Oh yeah, Michelle knows about them Kardashians.
Jenner, he was dating her.
Michelle, but what? Hey, Michelle, baby, which Desperate are you watching right now?
Real Housewives of Utah and Real Housewives of Orange County are currently on.
Michelle loves those. It's just it'll be a bunch of white ladies on there throwing wine glasses at each other. Yeah, flipping tables over. I'll get a you.
It's not a bunch of white ladies.
Of Utah?
No.
Don't they got a Desperate of Utah Housewives?
Yeah, there's a black lady on it, but
she probably acts white.
No, she doesn't.
Oh.
And there's Real Housewives of Potomac, and
Where's
they're
Potomac
all black.
Is that Michigan?
I want to say Pennsylvania.
I'm thinking of Pontiac, Michigan. My bad, y'all. All right. Back to the episode, y'all.